Your dog did something today that you completely ignored. Something that, according to world-renowned animal behaviorists, was a direct, urgent message aimed straight at your soul. And you missed it. Welcome back to K9 Mind. Stay tuned and do not look away, because what you're about to learn in the next few minutes will permanently, fundamentally change the way you look at your dog. We are peeling back the curtain on 16 behaviors, 16 ancient secrets your dog has been trying to scream at you for years. And we are starting with the one that happens every single day, right under your nose, yet almost nobody understands it correctly. 1. Why does your dog sit on your feet? Not on the cozy couch next to you, not on the rug beside you, but specifically, heavy-handedly, on your feet. There is a precise biological reason for that exact location, why your feet carry the most concentrated, potent version of your unique scent on your entire body. To a dog's nose, which is up to 100,000 times more sensitive than yours, your feet are not just body parts. They are a high-powered scent broadcast tower. By sitting directly on them, they aren't just seeking warmth. They are literally wrapping themselves in the strongest possible fabric of you. But there's a second, deeper neurological layer. Physical contact with a trusted human triggers a massive oxytocin release in a dog's brain. This is the same bonding hormone, the exact same neurochemical surge that fires between a human mother and her newborn child. You are, quite literally, their biochemical safe harbor. When strangers enter the room and your dog plants themselves even harder on your toes, that is a social declaration. It's your dog telling the world, this human is accounted for. This is my anchor. Back off. Keep this in mind, because almost every behavior on this list connects to that same holy trinity. Trust, safety, and a silent language you never knew existed. 2. Why does your dog growl when you wake them up? This single misunderstanding has genuinely scared people into rehoming their pets, and it is perhaps the most tragic injustice in the human-dog relationship. Here is the hard neuroscience. During deep REM sleep, the part of the canine brain that recognizes familiar faces and suppresses threat responses, the prefrontal cortex equivalent, goes almost completely offline. When a sleeping dog is touched suddenly, the primitive brain stem fires an instinctual defense signal before the conscious mind even registers who is in the room. That growl isn't directed at you, the person they love. Your dog doesn't even know it's you yet. If you wait just 2 seconds, watch the transformation. The tail starts a slow wag, the eyes soften into a squint, and the dog may nudge your hand. That is the exact micro-moment the conscious brain catches up and realizes, oh, it's just my human. Punishing this behavior is one of the most psychologically damaging things you can do. You aren't teaching them manners. You are teaching them that sleeping near you is a life-threatening gamble. Always use your voice first. Let them surface from the depths of sleep. The growl will disappear the moment the trust is restored. 3. Why does your dog eat dirt? Before you laugh or pull them away in disgust, this is going to make you rethink your dog's entire nutritional profile. Dogophagy, the deliberate consumption of soil, is documented in wolves, elephants, and primates. It isn't a glitch in their programming. Soil contains concentrated trace minerals, iron, zinc, magnesium, and calcium, elements that are frequently degraded or entirely absent in processed commercial dog food. Your dog isn't malfunctioning. Their body is sending a survival signal, and they are following it with biochemical precision. Clay-rich soil, in particular, has natural detoxifying properties. It binds to gastrointestinal irritants the same way activated charcoal does in a human ER. Notice a pregnant dog chewing on the drywall. That's not mischief. That's the calcium in the plaster, targeting a real physiological deficit for her growing pups. Before you correct the behavior, get a full blood panel done. If the minerals are balanced, then we talk about mental stimulation. A chronically bored dog will find a job, even if that job is digging for snacks, but always assume nutrition first. We're only 3 secrets in, and the complexity is already staggering. Stay with us. 4. Why does your dog sneeze while playing? This is one of the most beautiful meta-signals in the animal kingdom. That sudden wet sneeze in the middle of a wrestling match isn't an allergy. Ethologists call it a play sneeze, a real-time communication overlay that reframes everything happening. The translation: everything I'm doing right now, the growling, the nipping, the lunging, it's all a game. We're still friends. Without this reset cue, the high arousal play can easily escalate into genuine conflict because the nervous system struggles to distinguish between play combat and survival combat. The sneeze is the just kidding of the dog world. Research shows that dogs who sneeze frequently during social interactions are typically more socially intelligent and better at de-escalating tension. Want to deepen your bond? Try sneezing back during a game of tug. Watch their reaction. That split-second look of joy will tell you more about your connection than 1,000 good boys. 5. Why will your dog only eat when you are in the room? The bowl has been full for 3 hours. They are clearly hungry, yet they won't touch a kibble until you sit down nearby. This is pack protocol, and it is hardwired into their DNA. In a wild social structure, of eating is the moment of ultimate vulnerability. Your head is down, your vision is obscured, and your defenses are low. Eating alone is a death wish. Your dog isn't waiting for permission like a servant. They are requesting a sentinel, a guard to watch the perimeter while they satisfy a basic need. Your presence activates the neurological safety state required for their digestive system to even function properly. However, be careful. A dog that only eats with you can develop severe distress during your absence. Start introducing micro-departures during mealtime now, before it evolves into a separation crisis. 6. The zoomies. Why does your dog suddenly sprint around the house like a frantic blur? Scientifically, these are FRAPs, frenetic random activity periods. Dogs were biologically engineered to cover up to 30 miles a day, or the average domestic dog covers maybe 30 feet of hallway. That unused kinetic energy doesn't just vanish. It accumulates in the nervous system like a coiled spring. When it hits the threshold, the motor system triggers a full, violent discharge. It happens after bath, after long naps, or after a period of emotional tension. When their pupils dilate and their ears flatten, they are in a state of controlled chaos. It's a regulatory reset. It's healthy. Your only job? Move the glass coffee table and let the storm pass. 7. Why do they hide treats in your bed? You find a half-chewed bone under your pillow and feel grossed out. But to your dog, that pillow is the Fort Knox of the household. Your bed holds the highest concentration of your scent. In their olfactory map, the bed is the most claimed, most protected territory. Therefore, it is the only logical place to store high-value assets. This is an ancient hoarding instinct. Even if they've never missed a meal, instinct doesn't wait for necessity. And here's the funny part. Dogs have surprisingly inconsistent spatial memory for these caches. They might hide a treat and genuinely forget it exists 5 minutes later. Don't punish the gift. Just do a weekly sweep. The instinct operates far below the level of conscious naughtiness. 8. The whimper. Why does your dog cry when you cry? In 2018, the University of London proved that dogs possess empathic concern. When you are in distress, your breathing shifts, your heart rate spikes, and your skin releases cortisol, all of which your dog reads instantly. They don't know why you're sad, but they feel the atmospheric weight of it. Or the whimper isn't them being annoying, it is their own distress response triggered by yours. They are literally vibrating with your pain. Some lick your face to cleanse the stress. Others bring you a toy because, in their world, resources solve crises. It is the canine equivalent of saying, I don't understand the problem, but I am standing in the fire with you. 9. The suitcase. This is the behavior that changes everything. Why do they lie on your luggage the moment you pull it out? Your dog has made a masterful associative connection. Suitcase equals the great disappearance. Lying on it isn't a guilt trip, it's a tactical intervention. If the suitcase cannot be packed, the departure cannot happen. It is an elegant, desperate solution. If they progress to chewing your shoes or urinating on the bag, they aren't being spiteful. They are in a state of clinical panic. They are trying to mark you so you can find your way back, or trying to destroy the vehicle of your exit. This requires compassion and desensitization, not a scolding. 10. Licking the air. Dogs have the vomeronasal organ in the roof of their mouth. Air licking isn't just a quirk, it's high-definition smelling. They are flicking scent molecules toward this organ for a deep tissue chemical analysis. If they do it once or twice near something new, it's curiosity, but if it is rhythmic, persistent, and obsessive, that is a red flag for acid reflux, dental pain, or extreme focal anxiety. 1 lick is a question, 100 licks is a cry for help. 11. Sitting with their back to you. Most owners feel snubbed when their dog sits down and looks away. In reality, you should be honored. But in canine body language, the back is the most vulnerable zone. To turn one's back on another is the ultimate expression of total, unwavering trust. It means, I know you would never hurt me. Furthermore, if they face the door while leaning against you, they have initiated shared surveillance. They are guarding the front so you can relax the back. It is a 50-50 security pact. A dog that never turns their back is a dog that is still watching you, waiting to see if you are truly safe. 12. Table scrapping. Why do they steal your sandwich the moment you turn away? To a dog, property doesn't exist. In a pack, food belongs to whoever is actively touching it. If you walk away from the plate, you have effectively relinquished the resource. The guilty look you see later? That isn't remorse for the sandwich, but it is appeasement behavior. They see your angry posture and are trying to de-escalate your aggression. They aren't saying, I'm sorry I ate the ham. They are saying, "Please don't hurt me. You look scary right now." 13. The howl. When you leave, they don't just bark. They howl. This is a long-range acoustic locator. In the wild, if a wolf is separated, it howls to trigger a reunion response. Your dog isn't sad. They are terrified that the pack has been fractured. They are broadcasting their GPS coordinates, waiting for your return howl. Most howling peaks in the first 20 minutes. It is a treatable separation anxiety issue, but never punish it. You cannot punish a biological distress signal. 14. The death shake. Why do they shake their plush toys so violently? And that lateral snap is the terminal kill sequence. It is designed to rupture the spinal cord of a small prey animal. Even a 5-pound Yorkie has this hardware. The squeaker in the toy mimics the death cry of prey, which provides a massive dopamine hit to the dog's brain. It's not mean. It's the most complete form of psychological enrichment they have. Let them shake. It's their inner wolf blowing off steam. 15. Camera shyness. Why does your dog turn away when you point a phone at them? A camera lens is a giant, unblinking, circular eye. In dog language, a fixed, direct stare is a challenge or a threat. When you hold that eye inches from their face, you are accidentally staring them down. They turn away to show submission and avoid a fight. If you want the shot, hold a treat by the lens to change the association from threat to reward. 16. The lick. We saved this for last because it is the foundation of everything. Allo-grooming is how mammalian bonds are forged. It starts the second they are born, as the mother licks them to stimulate life. That association, licking equals safety, never fades. When your dog licks your face, they are decontaminating you from the outside world and marking you as part of the family unit. But pay attention. Persistent licking of a specific spot on your body has been known to detect early-stage cancers and diabetic crashes. They aren't just kissing you, they are scanning you. They are treating you as the most important figure in their universe. That rough tongue is a 15,000-year-old ritual of recognition. Now you speak their language. But if this changed how you see the soul behind those eyes, share this with someone who loves their dog but might be missing the message. Subscribe to K9 Mind and drop a comment below. Which of these 16 secrets does your dog do the most? We read every single one. Until next time, keep listening to what they aren't saying. Would you like me to help you draft a specific training plan for any of these behaviors?